Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your mid-month money and career tarot reading for the month of November 2021. Just cleansing the energy here. Thank you so much for joining me. I do want to remind you, as always, this is general, so do not stress over what doesn't resonate. Just take what does and run with it. All right. Do remember to check out your other placements within your individual chart, including your Mars placement, which we tend to forget, or a lot of people do. You never know where the message is live for you. All right. What else? If you're looking to book a personal reading with myself, please do reach out via email. You'll see that down below, along with the pricing and the options. I should reverse those. You might do that this month. But anyways, if you're looking to donate to the channel, please do so. That's more than appreciated. My PayPal link is down below. Okay, that's also used for the readings. But let's get started. If you're here to hear about a Gemini, be a little bit nosy. More than welcome to join. Wow. I kind of needed your energy. It's a bit positive, like a hint of positivity, but more relaxed than some of the other signs, even myself. All right, so we're going to pull no oracle cards for this one. We're going to keep it short and to the point. Pulling some Light Seers Tarot, and then we'll further clarify each, or whatever needs to. A little bit annoyed, you know, but it feels like you're doing your best to not show it. But I do feel like it's a good part of the month for you, or a good month in general. Business is going to be thriving for you if you run one, or just if you work in a sales-based job. Doesn't mean you won't be on edge, excuse me. Wow. The two aces. That was a bit feisty, while there was some background noise. We're going to pull the last one right from the top. Okay. Very interesting. I understand you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords and a star. So there's this feeling that you are needing to do a little bit of healing, or just I need to keep that hope alive. A focus in the second half of the month in your dreams, your wishes, your goals when it comes to where you want to put your money or your financial stability, your career in general. That could be all of which or just some of which. But there's something you need to walk away from, okay? It feels like you need to make room for what you deserve at this time, okay? Wow, I was just put on edge a little bit. Bear with me. Ace of Cups to begin the 6 cards. So you do begin the second half of the month, the third week of the month, and you're feeling quite abundant. There is something that is pushing that abundance towards you where your cup is overflowing. You might feel like things are just aligning for you. A boost of motivation and luck just comes over you. Wow. The King of Wands and the Knight of Swords, okay? I'm feeling a bit feisty, a little bit on edge, but just confident and passionate when it comes to what you're moving towards at this time. Feeling as if nothing can stop you, you know, but all the meanwhile, it feels like something you're implementing outside of work or just the way you're going about things is leaving you feeling more calm. It's confusing people. I'm going to just put it that way, where you're calm, but you're a little bit anxious at the same time. It's like, can you choose one? No, apparently not. But at the end of the day, it just feels like your cup is overflowing when it comes to abundance flowing in, when it comes to success with your business, with your sales, for your job, if that's the kind of job you have. If it's commission-based, luck is on your side. You're impressing people to begin the second half of the month. You do have this sort of like don't mess with me vibe about you, but at the same time, you're very likable. Okay. I hope that wasn't too confusing, but we move on to the Page of Wands, and you might find that you're explaining something to a customer or clientele, a coworker, if you're sort of training somebody, or somebody that works for you, or maybe even trying to explain something that took place to a boss figure, and you being like, sorry if that didn't fully make sense, don't know how to word it otherwise, just try to understand. You need to release any sort of pent-up energy at this time, and I feel like it could come in handy to work out, to go for a walk in the midst of your work day. All right, feeling things are a bit of a whirlwind, even though they're abundant. Okay, you could be empathic and picking up on other energies that are stressful, but it feels like you being sort of anxious in the middle of this third week of the month could leave you feeling difficult to keep things positive, optimistic. something unexpected might come to be, all right? An unexpected bit of news might come into play in the middle of this third week, and it just leaves you being like, I'm going to just focus on the negatives or what hasn't worked out up until this point. But let's not forget how abundant you were just feeling at the beginning of the week, all right? To allow yourself to kind of bring it right back to the positivity, the optimism when that news comes in, or you just feel like the anxiety takes over, okay? Justice. Heavy Libra placement within your chart, or are you just thinking about one, or just your level of justice? Doing a lot of reflecting, being drawn to this part of the card. Your shadow side being quite relevant for one reason or another. And now being drawn to the sword, you just kind of, again, not dealing with the bullshit, or not wanting to deal with the bullshit, but also just kind of being like, I can take care of my own business. You know, someone might want to sort of, in your work environment, make it seem like you need to be babied or micromanaged, and you being like, listen, I've proven up until this point, or even if I haven't, I can take care of my own business, so I can get done what I need to. I can fulfill my obligations. Okay? Very Queen of Swords vibe. Two of Wands, longing for more justice, more financial stability. All right, and it feels like you are very abundant at this time, but some people are making it difficult for you to keep that hope alive, or to keep that abundance in your main vision, right? Very interesting. Don't be too affected by your surroundings, but also just, it's about expecting more, desiring more, but not allowing that desire and wanting it to bring that hope, or to dissipate that hope, you know, to make you feel like you can't accomplish it. It's unattainable, okay? Allow yourself to remember that you can accomplish what you set your mind to. Ace of Wands to begin the second half of the month. A little bit moody to begin the second half, but it just feels like you're also needing your rest, you know, feeling you just want to approach things in a peaceful manner, even if other people around you aren't doing just that, okay? This is aligned with the other ace, the Ace of Cups, so it feels like you will remember or try to prove to or show other people in your work environment, or that you're wrapped up with in one way, shape, or form, that when you're peaceful, when you're content, when you're feeling comfortable, that's when you produce the best work, when your abundance just kind of flows in a successful manner. You might find yourself overthinking, though, to begin the second half of the month, okay? Feeling quite emotional, but confident all the meanwhile. You know, feeling like that sword hasn't been put away, but you just don't feel the need to use it to begin this last week of the month. Feeling like it's kind of hard to hide the emotions that are coming to be, but I do need to remind you to keep that crown on, or to put it back on. Okay, to remember how royal you truly are, how destined you are to succeed in a lot of ways. Two of Pentacles. This was the card that felt very feisty when it came out. And I feel like there are some decisions that you have to make that are very timed. Yes, we have the Ace of Cups twice now. All right, you're meant to have that cup overflowing. You're meant to experience the abundance that is destined for you, regardless of what pops up in your path that makes it more difficult, or regardless of the emotions or the moods that come to be, okay? Or people that make it just difficult to focus on that, okay? You're very abundant when it comes to the balancing act you're going through, what you're deciding at this time. I feel like you have a lot of options. It may feel like in the middle of this last week of the month, things aren't aligning, or you don't feel like celebrating, but you have a lot of reasons to celebrate if you were to sort of readjust your perspective, you know, take a step back. Ten of Wands, you have a lot going on, a lot on your back, all right, a lot to accomplish. You may need to, came up I think in Aquarius's reading, you need to release a thing or two from your plate, from your schedule, even if it's temporary. A need to remember you can say no to those who ask you to take on, you know, more business, or to accomplish more at work. You know, respectfully declining in order, out of respect for yourself, for your health, okay? It feels like a big focus at this point in the month on quality over quantity, okay? Nine of Wands. This one's aligned with justice. Finish off the month feeling quite depleted, very burnt out. This is the Wounded Warrior card. a focus on a connection that's going to revive you. You know, I feel like it's either somebody you work with, I'm hearing a boss figure, or it could be somebody outside of work that texts you or calls you on break or just makes you feel 10 times better, or reminds you that you're cared for, supported, and it makes you feel a little bit less wounded, or you're reminded that this justice is on your side as in doing that and you're feeling a little bit impatient. Okay, you have to remember that's making you feel more wounded or less healthy all the meanwhile. All right, 501s, you could be dealing with a lot of chaos. Interesting, I just looked at this card. You'll be dealing with a lot of chaos in your work environment or within one's mind when it comes to what you're trying to accomplish, or just trying to move towards that level of justice and balance. Or it could just feel like a never-ending battle at times, trying to achieve more and more abundance, right? More success. It could be a certain position or the perfect job for you, or getting a business off the ground. But I feel the need to remind you that you're supported, you are loved. You know, this is now coming through as a connection between you and your career or your business. You know, to remember that if you love what you do, it's going to thrive even more. But let's not forget that, where is it? Where'd the other one go? I swear we had it. Okay, here it is. You don't, although there were some negativities in this reading, I do need to remind you that you had the Ace of Cups twice, okay? You're meant to be abundant. Your cup is going to be overflowing. It is all about you sort of needing to focus on the abundance in your life at this time, okay? The success that is taking place, even if everything isn't perfect for you within your finances and your career, okay? Allow yourself to remember that your cup is truly overflowing. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. I hope you have the most amazing rest of the month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Gemini.